Good morning, my name is Engineer Piyush Pandey. Welcome to today's session of Motivational Skills, and the topic for today's discussion is always maintain silence outside the interview room during campus placement drive. Ladies and gentlemen, campus placement drive is a scenario in which a separate room is assigned to the HR where he takes interview of different participating candidates, and just outside that interview room, seating arrangements are there where students can wait for their turn. Now, the number of the students, those who are participating in a particular interview, they are made to sit near the room where the interview is taking place. Now, they sit together in a group and, as I said, they wait for their turn. One candidate's interview is over, another candidate comes, then another candidate comes, and in this way the interview process happens sequentially, one after the other. Now sometimes what happens that students who are waiting outside the interview room, they start talking among themselves. They start talking among themselves and gradually the level of noise increases. Now they don't realize that some person is taking an interview nearby. They start making noise. Initially, the gossip starts in a lower tone and gradually the tone increases. It converts into shout. Because of this, the HR gets irritated. The HR gets irritated, and most of the time, leaving the interview in the middle of the session, the HR comes out and personally warns the students who are waiting outside not to make noise, not to disturb the HR, not to disturb the overall interview procedure. Ladies and gentlemen, HRs are very critical about this kind of situation. Whenever students are not sitting properly, they are making consistent noise, and if that noise is disturbing the HR, because of that noise, if the HR is not able to concentrate on the interview that he is taking of a particular candidate, HR becomes very irritated, and out of this irritation, he can cancel the entire placement drive. He has the power to cancel the entire placement drive. And college authority cannot do anything in this regard. College authority has no power if the visiting HR decides that no further interview of any candidate will take place. I am cancelling the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, try to understand this entire procedure, how it happens. It is not just about some person coming to your college campus, taking your interview, and if you are able to perform well, the person selects you as an employee of his organization. It is not that simple. Campus placement drive is not that simple. Ladies and gentlemen, try to understand this feeling that your college has invited a respected HR from a respected organization to hire you. And that HR has traveled a long distance to visit your college. He has aligned a proper schedule that how he will take the interview, how he will take different rounds. He has to do his self-preparation also before coming to the college campus for the campus placement drive. He has to do lots of self-preparation also, that how he will take written test, how he will take face-to-face round, how he will take group discussion and other crucial rounds according to the needs and requirements of the profile for which he is hiring you. He initially plans everything sitting at his office before actually coming to your college campus. How he will distribute the offer letter when people are selected. Everything is pre-planned in a systematic way, and after planning such a rigorous schedule, he visits your college campus. And After visiting college campus, before actually starting the campus placement drive, he analyzes all the departments of your college where he can thoroughly conduct all the rounds according to the needs and requirements of the profile for which he is hiring. At which place he will conduct group discussion, whether that room is appropriate for GD activities or not, where he will conduct online test, whether all the systems are working appropriately or not so that he can properly conduct the online test, where he will conduct face-to-face round, how soon the placement drive will finish, and how soon he will return back to his location. If he is willing to stay in the college for one night and he wants to schedule remaining interview for the next day, how this entire process will happen. What type of planning needs to be done for this if the HR is willing to take the interview in 2 days? Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many other things which these HRs keep in their mind when they visit college campus for the campus placement drive. Conducting campus placement drive is a very hectic schedule. And not only this, not only the scenario inside your college campus, he has to think about other things also. How soon he will be able to finish the campus placement drive and how soon he will be able to return back to his industry and move on with other proceedings related to permanent hiring of the selected candidates. There are so many responsibilities even after hiring the candidates from the campus placement drive back in his office. In such a situation, when the HR is already having so many important things in his mind and he is consistently taking interview of each candidate, he is analyzing each candidate thoroughly and properly checking that whether this candidate is eligible to work in my industry or not, whether this candidate is really intelligent to be the part of my industry or not. And in such a hectic schedule, some students are making noise outside the interview room. Some students are making unnecessary gossips outside the interview room. Will it not irritate the HR? If the HR is getting irritated by consistent talking of the candidates outside the interview room, is there no base of that irritation? There is a base of that irritation. There is a genuine base of that irritation. Nobody will ever tolerate that the person is taking interview of a candidate and remaining all the candidates are shouting outside the interview room. They are not maintaining the discipline. It clearly shows, it clearly indicates to the HR that if you are not able to maintain discipline just for 1 or 2 hours during that campus placement drive, how will you maintain the discipline when you actually become the part of that organization? Because in corporate world, discipline should be the first quality of any professional. And if you are not able to maintain discipline for just 1 or 2 hours, how will you maintain the discipline working as real professionals in corporate sector? In corporate sector, people have to work in night. People have to work 24/7. People have to work back to back. Sometimes such situations also come in corporate sector that people have to work consistently for 2 and 3 days. They remain in office consistently for 2 or 3 days. Now, in that case, there are a large number of facilities provided by corporate sector so that they feel like home. But it happens. There are certain work schedules, there are certain working atmosphere where you have to work consistently for 3 days, 4 days. If you are not showing discipline just for 2 or 3 hours, as long as the campus placement drive is taking place, how will you show discipline in such an hectic atmosphere if the HR offers you such kind of job? Not possible, ladies and gentlemen. Discipline is the first thing that every professional needs to learn. Without discipline, there is no meaning in doing large number of degrees, in becoming postgraduates and PhDs. If there is no discipline, there is no meaning. There is no meaning of any kind of study. That's why try to be very conscious about this. HRs really feel highly irritated when they think that students are interfering with the interview session. When students are making so much noise that the HR is not able to concentrate on the candidate whose interview the HR is taking. Try to be very conscious about this. Very soon, after getting hired by that HR, you will be working as real corporate professionals. Try to start showing professional behavior right from the stage of college. You are in final year, and that is the reason campus placement drive has been conducted for you. A final year student must be responsible, not only in terms of studies, not only in terms of gaining knowledge, but in terms of basic behavioral etiquettes also. That is very much required. That's why at the end, I would like to request only this thing, that during the campus placement drive, please do not make noise when the HR is taking interview of a particular candidate. It spoils your credibility, it spoils your reputation as a good student of the college. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you learned by today's video. Please subscribe my channel, Piyush Pandey, Trainer B.Tech MBA, and please press the bell icon for constant updates. Thank you very much. Have a great day.